ahead of WWE Survivor Series. Wargames. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. WWE superstar Dominic Mysterio recently talked about the reason behind his on-screen relationship with Rhea Ripley. The Judgment Day star also discussed his current character. For those unaware, Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley were in a romantic angle in WWE before the former turned on Mammy to side with Liv Morgan at SummerSlam 2024. Many fans believe the duo's relationship was inspired by late legends Eddie Guerrero and Chyna. During a recent interview uploaded on WWE's YouTube, the self-proclaimed king of the luchadors was asked who was the inspiration behind his character. Without any second thoughts, Dirty Dom said that it was all inspired by the late legend Eddie Guerrero. The Judgment Day star also revealed that his storyline with Rhea Ripley was inspired by Eddie and the late great Chyna. He also stated that his current character was similar to Guerrero's popular lie, cheat, and steal gimmick. Like, this is all Eddie. I watched him just so much that it organically became a thing. Even with the Rhea stuff, Eddie and Chyna. Now the lie, cheat, steal stuff that we're currently doing, he said. Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley will be in action at WWE Survivor Series. War Games. Both Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley will be in action at the upcoming Survivor Series War Games premium live event in their respective matches. Dirty Dom is set to lock horns with John Cena in a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship. Meanwhile, the Eradicator will team up with Io Sky, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and AJ Lee to face Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Lash Legend in the Women's War Games match. Many believe Cena will put over Dirty Dom in his final in-ring outing at a premium live event before his retirement after Saturday night's main event on December 13th, 2025. It will be interesting to see what the Triple H-led creative team has planned for Survivor Series. War Games. She quote S.A. Barker, "I'm a fighter." Rhea Ripley fires shots at Becky Lynch ahead of the 2025 Survivor Series. WWE superstar Rhea Ripley has teamed up with Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and AJ Lee to compete in the Women's War Games match at the 2025 Survivor Series. Ahead of the clash with the heel team, Mommy has fired several shots at one of her opponents. Becky Lynch. Rhea Ripley made an appearance on the latest episode of WWE Raw Recap. She was asked about all the noise the man had been making on social media ahead of the San Diego PLE on November 29, 2025. Addressing the matter, the former two-time Women's World Champion said, "Look, Becky's a talker. She is a yapper. She's a barker. I'm a fighter. That's what I do. Social media is social media, but at the end of the day, it is such a small group of individuals that believe in that hype. And at the end of the day, they can fight back on Twitter, and they can fight back on Instagram, and they can make videos, and they can do all this social media bullcrap. But at the end of the day, when you step in the ring, what are they going to do? Are they going to talk, or are they going to fight? I'm here to fight. We're stepping into War Games. You can't talk your way out of this. You can't yap your way out of this." AJ said it best. She's a little chihuahua. She's a small dog that has a loud bark. Rhea Ripley said that Becky Lynch does pack a punch and can also be very strategic, but she can't work her way out of this match. She noted that if she tries to work her way out, she and her team will get disqualified and lose the match. Rhea Ripley gives an update on her injury. Rhea Ripley got her nose busted by the Kabuki Warriors during WWE's Japan tour last month. Since then, the Terror Twin has been wearing a protective mask during her television appearances. Giving an update on her injury during the same episode of WWE Raw Recap, Mommy said her nose is still not fully recovered. The Aussie said that her nose has healed somewhat, but she will still need to wear the protective mask. Ripley noted that the mask will remain on even at the 2025 Survivor Series, unless one of her opponents forcibly tries to remove it. Most recently, Candice LeRae had removed the luchador mask of Axiom on last week's episode of SmackDown. Moreover, her opponents, Nia Jax, Asuka, Kairi Sane, Lash Legend, and Becky Lynch, won't hesitate to try to do the same to her at War Games. It would be interesting to see which team emerges victorious on November 29th. Please credit the source, and give an HT to Sportskeeda if you use any quotes from this article. Charlotte being Charlotte, she fought back. Rhea Ripley reveals reality of WWE Raw situation. We superstar. Rhea Ripley is heading to the 2025 Survivor Series and will be part of the Women's War Games match. The Eradicator recently mended her relationship with longtime rival Charlotte Flair ahead of the upcoming PLE in San Diego. Interestingly, Mommy has now shed light on why she and Flair didn't get along. Rhea Ripley appeared on the latest episode of WWE Raw Recap. She talked about how both teams heading into the Women's War Games match are composed of the strongest competitors. The Aussie then spoke about why she and the Queen weren't on the same page from the beginning. For now, we have settled our problems. We know that when I first came to Raw, I wanted to prove myself, and I wanted to be the best. And I had always looked up to someone like Charlotte Flair, and I knew that she was one of the top dogs, if not the top dog. So I took a leap, and it was like a sink-or-swim situation, and obviously, Charlotte being Charlotte, she fought back. So that's where our beef pretty much started. And that's the whole reason that we had beef, was because we wanted to be the best. And we wanted to prove to everyone, not just ourselves and each other, but everyone, that we were the best. Charlotte Flair had walked out on the team of the babyfaces before making a comeback to save them from Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Kairi Sane, and Asuka. Last week on SmackDown, Alexa Bliss arranged a meeting between the rivals to talk things out. Rhea Ripley reveals why she chose AJ Lee as the fifth member on her team. Aside from Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley also talked about AJ Lee and why she added her as the final member to her team for Survivor Series. Mommy said that the Black Widow was one of her favorite wrestlers to watch while growing up. She said she loved how Lee fought for everything she had earned and how she succeeded despite not being one of the biggest women in size. The former two-time Women's World Champion said that she needed that kind of fire and fighting spirit on her team. Rhea Ripley also talked about the comeback of AJ Lee and her victory over Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins alongside CM Punk at WrestlePalooza. She noted that the mixed tag team match convinced her that AJ still had that fire. It would be interesting to see which team ends up winning the Women's War Games match at the Survivor Series. Rhea Ripley, Otis, Nikki Bella, other WWE names react to personal Roxanne Perez update. Many WWE names like Rhea Ripley, Otis, and Nikki Bella reacted to Roxanne Perez's latest personal update. Perez had a simple post on Thursday for Thanksgiving, which garnered a lot of comments and reactions from fans and her peers. One of the biggest changes in WWE under Triple H was an easier schedule, especially around the holidays. There was no live SmackDown this Friday because it was taped last week to give time off to the roster amid Thanksgiving weekend ahead of Survivor Series. War Games. Perez spent Thanksgiving with her boyfriend, Drake Moreau, who is signed to NXT, and their beloved pet dog, a golden retriever. Here's what she posted on Instagram: the adorable photo of Roxanne Perez. Drake Moreau and their dog was a big hit on Instagram. It garnered thousands of likes and comments, including from their peers. Some of the names who liked the post are Rhea Ripley, Otis, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, Raquel Rodriguez, and more. Even former WWE stars and current AEW wrestlers liked the post. showing how tight the industry is despite the promotional rivalry. Roxanne Perez eyeing Women's Intercontinental Championship. This past Monday on Raw, Maxine Dupree was all smiles parading her newly won Women's Intercontinental Championship backstage. Dupree was met by General Manager Adam Pearce, who congratulated her for beating Becky Lynch last week to win her first singles title in WWE. However, the smile died down after Ivy Niles suddenly approached Dupree and warned her that she was going after the Women's Intercontinental title. Roxanne Perez followed it up with her own congratulations and threat about taking the championship.